Hey guys, so we just got done watching Scooby-Doo on Zombie Island.
Yeah.
And it was great. Thanks for watching.
Yeah.
Do you want to say anything?
Yeah.
Okay. I guess this will be
So
how long now?
So, I think we can both say that we're both pretty casual Scooby-Doo
Yeah.
enjoyers.
Pretty much.
I love this movie. I'd say this is one of my favorite incarnations of Scooby-Doo, and I would also place this as one of my favorite animated films. Like, probably like my top 5, top 10.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because I watched all the other ones. I watched what was that Cyber one with the electricity?
Cyber Chase.
Yeah, something like that.
I still see that one.
And there was another one with witches or
I have one with
something,
the
like
witch.
gothic chicks.
I have that one.
Yeah.
I own that one too.
Oh, okay.
That's like the follow-up. It's kind of like the unofficial follow-up to this one.
Oh, okay.
The Witch's Ghost. Yeah, I like that one.
Yeah.
That one was pretty good too.
I think this was the only one I didn't see. How many of these did they make?
I don't know.
Probably
a lot.
Yeah. I only saw those two though. There's probably another one where they dug stuff up. I don't remember though. Yeah. But anyways, so yeah, this was, I think, the first animated movie that we are reviewing. I believe, because I can't think of any other animated movie that we've done at all, really.
Yeah.
But yeah, so
yeah, and we're doing this on Nerd Vibe because we'll talk about this will be the main foundation of our discussion, but we'll talk about other Halloween stuff.
We'll talk about anything else.
Like this is it's not, this movie isn't really Halloween themed, but it's great to watch in October.
Yeah, and
it has that feel.
It's also just Scooby-Doo, so it works out for Halloween. But yeah, so leading up to this, before we get into the review, we were gonna watch this on my laptop, but then I was like, wait, I can just play it on my TV. So I played it on this Samsung TV, and it didn't work. And then my parents upstairs were like, hey, come up. And then it was playing on their TV. So they watched the first 4 minutes, and yeah, my mother was like, go grab the remote in the corner of the room. And then I walked over to where the remote was, and my dad's drink was there, and I spilled his drink all over the floor in the process. So I don't know if you heard that commotion upstairs, but
I did hear some commotion, but
yeah, it was fun. But yeah, anyways, getting to the story now, or the movie.
All right, so the best way I can describe this story is this is what the live-action Scooby-Doo movie was trying to be, but this did it so much better.
Yeah, well, you can only do so much with live action.
Yeah, but like the plot lines are very similar.
Yeah.
But I said, I just think this one was executed much better.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah. So basically, we start off the movie with the gang in their prime. Doing typical Scooby-Doo antics. But then it cuts to like some time later, and the gang split up. But unlike the live action where they kind of just don't like each other, and then they have to be friends again. But this one they were like, it was kind of like, it felt like kind of like a mutual kind of thing. Yeah. Like they didn't show any distaste for one another.
They didn't hate each other. Yeah. In fact, they actually missed each other.
Yeah. But in typical, they get back together. Daphne is like a successful TV person. Fred works with her. Velma runs the bookstore, which is kind of like a common Scooby-Doo thing with Velma's the bookstore. And Shaggy and Scooby work on their airport
TSA, which means they beat people occasionally, but we don't need to get into that.
And Daphne wants to look at wants to find real ghosts.
Yeah.
And so they get the gang back together. They travel to Louisiana, and they meet this girl who Fred starts simping for.
Yeah.
And then she's like, I work at a real place. I work at a place with like real ghosts. You guys, if you guys want ghosts, you guys can. So they go on the island, and yeah, there's Scooby-Doo antics.
Yeah, he chases cats because the lady was like, "Oh no, he's a dog."
Yeah.
And they hate cats, and he chased cats. It was very funny.
Yeah.
Very funny. It's definitely not overdone in the movie.
Yeah.
But yeah, so they go in the house and they meet this old bitch. Basically, it's just like, you know, whatever. She talks about how it was the Civil War and shit.
Well, yeah, like there was it was a very popular island. It's called Moonscar Island because it was named after the pirate that like settled on the land.
Stole.
But we'll get to that. But you know, and they say his soul is like, you know, like he's the ghost.
He's haunting there.
Yeah, but but throughout the years there was like, you know, the Civil War, the Confederacy were there, and you know,
plantation.
Yeah.
We're not any blacks there, so that's unrealistic. Anyways, we don't need to get into that. Unrealism. Get your facts straight, Scooby-Doo. Terrible movie. So that's -1 point already. But yeah, what else? I forgot.
There's not really like
there's really no like major things that happen, but like
except for like the ending.
Yeah.
Spoilers. You know, it's just classic Scooby-Doo, like just
chasing.
You know, Scooby-Doo antics, mystery solving. Like
at some point,
anything.
Well,
it's very simplistic, which is good. It's not really. It doesn't be like convoluted. It knows that it's Scooby-Doo, and it's like
it knows not to take itself seriously.
Velma.
Yeah. She isn't gay in this one. She actually is attracted to one of the people who has a penis at the end.
Yeah.
But yeah, Scooby chases cats, and then they fall in a hole. Scooby and Shaggy, and then the skeleton comes out when they try and climb up, and there's all this ghostly, spooky shit happening, and then the skeleton comes to life, and it's actually the pirate man.
Yeah.
He comes to life, and then they get out, I guess, right then and there, of course, because that's convenient.
Yeah.
And they just get chased, and then they run into Bo the gardener, who had to clean up Scooby's shit after he chased the cats earlier.
Yeah, he mean literally like Scooby takes shits.
Yeah. And then he basically becomes a main suspect because all the time when Shaggy and Scooby get chased,
classic Scooby-Doo.
He's right there.
Yeah.
And I'll just say, this is a spoiler, I might have watched this movie like so many years ago, I forgot about it though. Mm-hmm. I kind of expected the girl, Lena, or whatever her name is. It sounded like they set 3 different names for her.
Lena.
Yeah, Lena Rhodes.
The dark-haired one, right?
Yeah. I had a gut feeling that she was going to be evil from the get-go. Mm-hmm. Part of me expected the sailor who brought them there to be as well. Mm-hmm. I was caught off guard by the old lady, though, to be quite fair. So
yeah, when I first saw this, I didn't have really any, like, I was just going in for like, just to see what happens.
Yeah.
You know, but you know, like, but since like there's not really much like to say about like plot wise, except for like the more like the final minutes with like the twists and the, because you know it's classic Scooby-Doo.
Like, this movie's like Halloween ends. It kind of is like the first 2/3 of this movie is kind of just like setting up the final act.
Well, this did it much better in my opinion.
Well, you know what? Maybe it did. But, shut the fuck up. I didn't ask.
So I think we should talk about the twist then.
Yeah.
There's the big twist. You kind of know when Velma's like observing like the tracks that like, you know, something doesn't add up.
Yeah.
But then it's like so it's like turns out Simone, the homeowner, the homeowner, and the Lena are cat people.
Yeah, the cat people.
They worship a cat god. It's like a cat cult.
They're furries.
Yeah. and they basically, for hundreds of years, they've been draining the life force of anyone they lure to the island to they keep to stay like youthful and immortal.
Yeah.
But and that's what they did with the mystery gang. They just lured them into.
They seduced them.
Well, yeah, she technically seduced Fred. If you.
Because he's a horny fuck.
Yeah. Yeah, but of course, Scooby Doo. There's, Scooby antics, and of course they. But like and what makes this also movie very interesting? It's kind of dark too. Like like literally, like they in their flashback, they're like, our the people who lived on this island, they were murdered by crocodiles, and you hear them just screaming.
Yeah, and that was like something else.
Yeah.
I didn't expect that.
So yeah, like this, like you can do mature Scooby Doo and have Scooby Doo in it.
Yeah.
Velma.
So,
yeah, Velma.
HBO Max.
HBO Max Velma.
HBO Mid.
HBO Mid.
Fucking idiots. They really just took their entire library off.
Yeah, and then they were like, hey, we're going to do a Scooby Doo show, make it super adult.
No, I know we get rid of everything, but here's the shitty Velma show.
With no Scooby Doo.
Yeah, so take it or leave it.
The freaking drastic redesign of Shaggy, which doesn't sit
He's
right
black
with me.
now?
Yeah.
He should have dreads, at least.
He's got a fade.
Not really Shaggy.
It doesn't really, like, it's not like really anything wrong with his skin color. It doesn't feel like the character to me.
I guess they changed the name,
like,
though, as well.
Like, it's like, and the thing is, like, we don't even know if they'll call him Shaggy. Like, it just says Norville.
Yeah,
so they might just call him Norville the whole time.
Yeah.
Not Shaggy.
I can't take that guy seriously named Norville. He sounds like a fucking Whoville.
Norville Shaggy
civilian.
Rogers. Yeah, I mean, like I said, it's a very simplistic story. It's it's basic
Scooby Doo.
Yeah,
it's basically like a longer episode.
In my opinion, like peak Scooby Doo too.
Yeah,
I think this
the late '90s are really peak. Maybe true, even early 2000s as well. But I might be biased.
Yeah, I mean, like, so there's not really much to like say, unlike other movies we saw on the channel. Like, we can talk about so much. Yeah, I mean, I do. And there is some kind of funny moments. I do like the fucking Shaggy and the. Should I dress for dinner? And like, it's all the same clothes.
He pulls out a briefcase and it's just multiple green shirts. He's like, this one looks nice for dinner.
I need a trim, and he just trims his beard, and it looks the same.
It looks the same. Oh my god, yeah, that scene was funny.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, so like overall, this is a really great movie. Like,
yeah.
This was a direct-to-video movie, and I think if it it didn't get a theatrical release. They just didn't. They just saw the home media market as having more appeal. But I think if this was in theaters, it would have done really well. It
really would have. I mean, Scooby Doo.
Yeah.
I'm surprised it wasn't in theaters. I expected it to be.
Yeah. So.
Yeah. That's the. Unless we have anything else to say about it.
Well, we gotta also explain the zombies that chase the gang. They're actually one of the big. Besides the cat people, is that the zombies are actually the hero, like the protagonists, because they've been trying to protect them the whole time and warn them to get off.
Oh yeah, because they were like, "Hey, look at us!
Like, get out!
Get out now!"
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it makes sense. Because when the sailor pirate guy was like, "Get out! Beware!" That was not like a threat. That was like
a warning.
Hey, get the fuck out of here! Else you'll end up like me. You know.
Yeah.
I mean, he did look scary though, so he probably should have changed it up.
Yeah.
But that's his fault.
Yeah, that's a very interesting twist because but it's just because in a lot of media, zombies are antagonists.
Yeah.
So it's a nice change of pace. Where
also, having zombies there was besides the mystery gang, there was really no one to root for because he did steal the island from the original people. So it's not like he was entirely good. You know?
Yeah, but soul sucking and soul stealing and not good.
Yeah, not good at all. But yeah, is that all for the movie?
Yeah, I mean, there's not really
much.
Yeah. Like I said, I love this movie. I'll try to watch it every October. Like I said, it has that Halloween aesthetic, even though it's not really like a Halloween themed movie. Like say movies like Hocus Pocus or like those kind of movies.
Yeah.
But I think we'll just get to the rating. We'll just talk about because as we're recording, Halloween's in a couple days.
Yeah, it is the 29th.
So we'll talk about other stuff too.
Hopefully, I'll get this video done by tomorrow at some point. There's a session tomorrow with another person though, so I don't know how well it'll work out.
Yeah, so I'll just say this movie, I'd give it out of a 10. I'd probably say.
Don't forget the decimals. Be more specific.
It's high. I'd say like 9.6.
9.6.
9.6.
Well, I've already deducted 1 full point from it, so I can't
for
go over
historical
9.
accuracy.
Yeah, because there's no black slaves. So.
I mean, it could have been after the Civil War,
Maybe, but no.
The way they told the flashbacks, it seemed like it was going in order, so it could have been after.
Don't care. I'm giving this an 8.7.
Jesus, man.
Because no slavery. I'm racist. Goodbye. Thank you for watching. You're
so
flabbergasted.
Yeah, I am. But other Halloween stuff. Talk about. So, do you have any? Well, actually, since we're still our last episode, we did just a full thing about Halloween ends. So
yeah.
I want to have this discussion again. Because I'm seeing it a lot now. So there's a couple things about Halloween.
I do have major gripes about Halloween ends that I've thought about since.
Yeah, the more I think about it, the more I'm kind of upset.
I still like the movie, but I still have problems with it.
More. So a couple things is I saw that there's a petition to reshoot the entire movie.
I saw that. Yeah.
I find that funny. They're obviously not going to do that.
Yeah, no, they don't care.
And then the second thing I saw an article. I didn't read it, but it was like the director said they never intended it to make a Michael versus Laurie movie, and that just pisses me off because why would you market that in the first place?
Because they know it would sell.
Yeah, it just doesn't make sense. We
but
never.
They had to have it though. Literally, 90% of the film is not that anyway. So they're like, "Fuck, we need to do it though." Because what else would we do?
It's
And for me, the main problem is that they were leaning into the direction of hey, Corey might be the new boogeyman, but why kill him off if you're going to kill Michael
or why
off?
Introduce him in literally the last movie?
Yeah, that too. But my problem is that if you want to continue it, don't kill him off.
I think they wanted to have an. I think that the ending is probably the best part. Where I think that whole ending scene was done very well. But I feel like the problem is they didn't. I feel like they didn't want to leave the door too open for a sequel. I think that's just because when they cut to the mask, that's probably the most you'd get for a hint towards a quote unquote sequel. But personally, I don't want a sequel. I think
not not in this timeline.
No.
I think,
but and that gets to my next point is I'm seeing a lot of people also talk about, we've had this discussion with Halloween Kills, but Michael Myers no motivation and how people don't like that. And we've had this discussion before.
Makes it better. It doesn't.
But for me at least is one of the YouTubers I follow, he was he said something along the lines of less no motive is less scary and all, but it's when you drag on sequels, you're gonna need an explanation at some point, which I do kind of agree with, and that kind of gets to my point for me is Michael was never a franchise character.
Mm-hmm.
The first Halloween, there was never a thing for a sequel. The most they would have done for a sequel was doing an anthology thing, which you see that with Halloween 3, but they were, so, because in the original Halloween, that's literally supposed to be the end, it wasn't supposed to be a franchise, so Michael was intended to be a one-off character,
mm-hmm.
so he can have no motivation, and the story will still work. and so that's the problem is when you drag out sequels with this one-off character and you try to give him a motivation, it's just going to be out of character and it's not going to work.
Yeah.
I feel like unless you're like some Shakespeare like level writer and you can somehow make it work, but I feel like anytime you do, and like this isn't like me dissing on like the family motive or like the cult stuff, like it's just like if you try anything, it's just not going to feel right. And I feel like, and that's why with this like the newer timeline,
I think the only thing you can go with is that if he doesn't kill, he loses power, which is what we saw. And I personally think that's okay.
that's also very like that's kind of a plot hole in itself too, is because like before Halloween Kills and the movie before that, Michael wasn't killing anybody for 40 years. So true. How is he?
That's true.
How is he not like weak and limbed? That's kind of what.
Maybe because, like, the only thing I can really think of is that he didn't really have any battle wounds, I guess. But
even then, he still got stabbed in the eye and in the neck.
He's had used to regenerate, I guess, in terms of that, for decades worth of time. But this time he only has 4 years to kind of regenerate alongside more injuries that are more lethal. So,
but you think like 4 years, you would definitely be like, especially if you're Michael Myers, like you would probably shrug it off like pretty.
Maybe it does get twisted because
I will also say like I do appreciate, even though they don't give him a motive, they try to expand like his supernatural sense. Like what really, now that I think about it, what really makes me upset is like Halloween Kills, the whole thing was Michael's obsessed with his house.
Yeah,
like he likes looking out the window,
got it away.
and then literally the house is demolished off camera, off screen.
Yeah,
you just see a news clip that the Myers house was demolished, and I'm like, you could have explored that more.
Yeah, like I think they did too much of a time jump thinking about it.
Yeah,
because it doesn't make sense for years to pass and him just come up out of nowhere. I don't know. It should have. Like, I think on the same night as 2019, or maybe just wait a year later, when everyone is inside their houses, I think it would have worked better at 2020.
Yeah.
Or 2019.
Like, I think, like, you can look back at, like, I do think Halloween Ends has a satisfying conclusion, but I feel like the other two would have been a much better ending for the franchise. Yeah. Like, imagine, like, the ending of the franchise for Halloween Kills, Michael kills everyone and just disappears into the night. Like, that's like terrifying.
Yeah.
Like, and I just, like I said, like with they do have neat concept. I just feel like this should not have been a finale sort of thing.
Yeah. Like, I don't know, man. Like, there's multiple things that they should have done otherwise.
And just like I said, like, I just don't think. I just don't think Michael Myers was always a character that you could just drag on for sequels anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, because I just feel like he wasn't written to be that way. Like, he doesn't have, like for example, like, and when they do drag on, it kind of, like, it's not just beside Michael, like, other, like, killers, too. Like, Freddy Krueger, for example, he is, his motive is getting revenge on the parents who burned him alive. So he goes after, like, the kids, their kids. But then, 2 sequels, and they're like, you're the last of the kids on Elm Street. And then, but yet, they do make more sequels, but, so it's like, if they're the last of the kids, why is he still going around killing kids?
Yeah.
And then, the only one that, like, makes sense for, like, doing sequels is Jason, because Jason has a pretty clear motivation that you can keep repeating for.
Yeah, exactly.
Get off the lake, like, don't step into the lake, don't step into my woods.
Yeah.
Like I said, I just, like, in my head canon, the original 1978 is its own timeline, just standalone.
Yeah.
Like, because I think that's just a great ending, too. Just him shot 6 times, falls off, but he walks off into the night, like, without a trace.
And then just...
Because even in Halloween 2, like, the original Halloween 2, when they redo that, like, the ending, like, not, like, but they add, like, obviously new shots, but they show, like, a blood trail, and it doesn't, like, really, like, make it, like, like it's still scary that he just got up and walked off, but like
Yeah.
it's still like just showing like just blood. It doesn't have that ominous like sort of thing. Like this guy, like you can't stop him.
Yeah.
That's just me though. I like if people like if people just like Halloween Ends, I don't. It's fine. Like I don't have a problem. And any of the other sequels too, like it doesn't really.
Yeah, I like all of them. I just have there's definitely a lot of like holes for me in some aspects through all of them. When I think about them, I don't really have that many problems with 2018 that I can think of. There's a really major problem that I had recently with kills.
Mm-hmm.
I forgot what it was.
Was it the chase or whatever? The mental. I think we talked.
Actually, I think it was just all the people being fucking stupid.
Yeah, I think that was definitely one of the criticisms with Halloween Kills was like,
Cause like,
but you know what? With a slasher movie, like you're gonna get that.
Yeah,
you're gonna get stupid people. Like that's kind of like a cliche or whatever that they're very dumb.
Actually,
like they like they're literally cliche of them tripping and falling like out from nothing. Like
I also remember another gripe I had that I came across through a video where in the end of Halloween Kills, nobody sees Michael going up on his way to kill Karen.
There could have been a backdoor though.
There could have. There probably is, but still, he has to walk near the front door area to get up.
Yeah.
So how they didn't hear him or see him is just beyond me. Maybe he was up there. Actually, no, that would have been impossible. Because how else would he get in? I don't know.
I appreciate Halloween Kills a lot more because of Halloween Ends.
Yeah.
Like I don't. It's like that Thanos meme. Like perhaps I treated you too harshly.
Yeah.
Because it felt like we said in our like previous episode, you should go watch by the way. It's just like it didn't really feel like a Halloween movie. It felt like this like star-crossed lovers, like I'm a serial killer kind of thing. And but Michael Myers is just in it.
Yeah.
Like I said, I don't think it's like bottom of the barrel worst, but I do think if I can say like if I need to say like Halloween H2O was a better finale, then there's something wrong.
Yeah.
Because like even like I do think like I also think Michael went out better in that movie than in Halloween Ends, like because I think let's pin him to like the table and then put a fridge on top of him and just slit his throat. Oh, and Allison breaks his freaking arm. I don't know how she would be able to do that since Michael literally got blasted by a fire hose that literally if you got sprayed by that would kill you. That was just another thing too. Is they nerfed the hell out of him.
Yeah, they did.
Like,
I honestly forgot what they were originally going to do, but I just know that like when I heard what they were originally going to do, you probably told me actually, but I think what they were originally going to do, it was probably from a video I watched. I don't remember. It's been fucking a week since I watched anything Halloween related. But I think since COVID got in the way, a lot of things got screwed up, and I had to change a lot of things, unfortunately.
Yeah, probably. I'm just glad that COVID wasn't part of the plot like they said there was gonna be. I'm just glad they didn't do that because I would not like that at all. Like I just like we said about Halloween Kills and like the the mob sort of like I just didn't think Halloween was a series that should be too on the nose and do like real world shit.
I beg to differ. I feel like that if Michael Myers was real, and I still stand by this stupid. I fully agree that the people in Halloween Kills were stupid, but like I know that people would act like that in real life. So even though they're stupid, people are dumb enough to the point where this would happen in real life.
Yeah. I just think it was if they just got a different looking guy, like mental patient that would be like because they got like a short, stockier guy. Like
that's
like the That's the only thing. If they got like a taller, more slender guy, like that could be like, that could be Michael. Like, but they got a completely different guy with a different height and build.
On the opposite end of the spectrum, like couldn't look less like Michael Myers. Maybe if it was like a short black woman, but that's about it. I don't know, man. They really kind of fucked up in a lot of places, but at the same time, at the end of the day, they killed off Michael Myers. That was their main goal. So, like, I guess you can't complain too much, besides, like, the big-ass plot holes that they did. But
Corey fucking taking up most of the movie.
Yeah. I wouldn't have minded that if he lived. I'm gonna stand by that. If he lived, I do think like the idea of a new like Michael was done in like other movies that was done better. Yeah, you don't kill off like, cause they had to have been thinking like, okay, Michael's old. If we kill him off, we need a new boogeyman. It makes sense because Cody's young, so why kill him? I don't know, man. It's stupid. I don't know if like you agree with me, where like he should have lived.
Like I said, I think
you don't.
Like I said many times, he shouldn't have been in the first one, and then just had.
I agree with that as well. He should have been at least kills. But if you're gonna hint at him being the new boogeyman, you don't kill him in the same film. 30 minutes after he became the boogeyman. Like it just doesn't make sense.
Like there's something wrong if Friday the 13th did a copycat killer better.
Yeah.
That shouldn't it's like, you know, just the more I think about it, the more disappointed I am with it. Like you had like it was like so hyped up to be like we went to the movies, like this is something you just watched on streaming. I saw it twice in the theater, and first time I saw it I was so confused and conflicted, and because, you know, I did want the series to be different, but I didn't think it was going to be so drastically different for a finale movie. Like, but then when I saw it with you, I was like, all right, yeah, I'm not a fan of this.
Yeah, I could tell after I told you I liked it initially, which I still like it, but not as much as like when I first saw it. Like I could tell when I told you in the theater like that I liked it. You were like, "What the? Are you stupid? Are you dumb?"
I mean,
you had that tone in your voice.
Yeah. I wasn't literally thinking like you're so fucking stupid, but
you're literally fucking retarded. Get out of my face. Go home. I'll call your parents. They can drive me back to my house, and you can stay here since you want to be a silly goose.
Yeah, I mean, that's like, I hope, you know what I do hope is I hope with this movie that. So with Friday the 13th, like I don't mean to compare franchises, but Friday the 13th, like, you know, with them, we haven't gotten a new Friday the 13th movie since like 2009, and there's been this whole legal battle between like the rights and stuff. So Jason's been in this like custody battle for like a few years, but he's survived through fan films, which have all been like very high quality and very good.
Yeah.
And I wish Michael would go in that direction. Give the franchise a break and let the fans make their own, like, films.
Yeah.
Like, I just, so Michael can get, so we can, like, have.
Just give it
and
off.
I do think, like, fan films, like, they can get away with shit, too, better. Like, I remember, I literally saw one Friday the 13th fan film I watched on my TV called Roseblood, and then Michael Myers is just in it, and they fight. It just, like, they'd never do that. I'd like that to happen.
I would love to see all the fucking killers just get together and just have a battle. Yeah. That'd be so fun to see.
That'd be that. I don't know why they wouldn't do that. Like, they just make money.
So much money. I don't know why right holders have to be so fucking stingy with it. Like,
I know they never money. Like, with Michael, they never really pitched any like crossover. I know they did with Hellraiser, but the Mustafa Akkad, the guy who like owns Halloween, he was like, Hellraiser's like beneath us, and like, okay, but it was gonna be interesting because there was a different ideas for like what they would do, but I know like one pitch they were gonna have like, which I thought was very interesting. They would change the ending, so every time you saw a different screening, it would be a different ending of who won.
Wait, how would that work? Like, there's 2 endings or more than 2 endings?
Multiple endings. So like you would maybe if you go to like a different one showing, Michael would win, and then you'd go like another day and another time, like Pinhead would win.
Oh wow!
Like that, but and they did have ideas for like a copycat killer too. There's like a video about the unmade Halloween sequels that they were gonna do. Like they were gonna do a copycat killer initially, but it was gonna be like a direct to video because the Halloween franchise
stupid.
was,
What do you define copycat killer?
like there would be a guy dressing up like Michael Myers.
Oh, so like Curry did. Okay.
But with that one, they would have had that they would suspect it's Michael Myers, but it's a copycat. But then the real Michael
like
shows
a Ben
up.
Tramer situation.
Yeah, but then Michael would show up. He would start killing people, and then they would like, wait, what the fuck's going on? That kind of thing.
Yeah.
Like, I wish it was like that, honestly. Then for Corey, like they would suspect it was Michael is back, and Corey's just dressing up as Michael, and then Michael shows up.
Yeah.
And then have that thing with Lori, like.
Oh yeah, so him get his own mask, and then do the killing.
Or just dressing like him, like.
Yeah.
Not literally wrestling him and stealing his mask. And...
I know that scene is so infamous already, but like I liked that scene. It
how
was
would
funny.
he though? Like it's like I said, like he gets so nerfed. Like how would he be able to? How did Michael get overpowered by a kid, like a young man, but he can take on an entire mob and like in a fire squad that were like armed?
Because the evil has spread onto him. Don't you realize?
They didn't really make that. I wish they executed. Like
they should have executed it better. Like
they should have made it more clearly. Like
I think they tried to do that with the mirror scene, like in his eyes.
Yeah,
because why else would that scene go on for that long? Besides him having a manic episode.
There's just a lot of questions with this movie. I don't want to keep talking about Halloween because that's like we do that all the time. So so I did talk about like off camera or during our lounge I talked about the new Hellraiser movie and that was really good.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, I did congratulate them on writing a gay couple as normal actual people and not like some flamboyant stereotype. And I know people didn't really like it because it wasn't as gory or because that's what Hellraiser is known for. But what made it just so good is that they focused on story more and like and characterization, and then just being like, here's the Cenobites, and just having them just do all this torture porn shit. Like
just more realistic shit.
Yeah, it was good. They also, since they followed more the novel, they had, which I saw people complain about, obviously, but they made Pinhead. Pinhead was played by a trans woman.
Oh really? I don't think I remember that, honestly.
But because in the book, Pinhead is described as a female.
Oh.
But they're all pretty much non-binary though.
Oh.
They're all like genderless.
I did not know that. I thought
but people were complaining like, and I think she did an amazing job as Pinhead. Like she killed it. Like
she did kill.
Yeah.
People, innocent lives on that day were lost, and you support her. Get out of my house. Should we just end it there?
No, let's keep going. Because I got more to say, Matt. I also rewatched The Black Phone a couple of days ago, and that was also really amazing. It's because I have this tradition with October. I try to watch a horror movie like every night. So yeah, like 31 movies. Like I don't really like have any preferences of like what I watch as long as I know it's good.
Yeah.
But the last 4 days I watched Trick or Treat, and I watched The Nightmare Before Christmas, and then I watched The Crow because it's set on October 30th, Devil's Night.
Yeah.
And then I watched the original Halloween on October 31st.
Yeah, that's a good lineup.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know the first two actually. I've heard.
Oh, we have to watch The Nightmare Before Christmas on this channel at some point.
I'm surprised we haven't yet. We would think we would have since you talk about it all the time. Probably more than Halloween.
Yeah, I do. Because I fucking love it. It's fucking good shit.
I remember yesterday in the server, like you and one of the viewers were like
I
posting this AI stuff, and I went on Google and was like crying anime person, and I posted like, "This is so good! Look at this, so funny."
Yeah, he's a good guy. I miss we talk,
his name is Tien.
Oh, yeah, we talk. I talked to him a lot. He's a good guy.
Yeah, back in 2018, he had broken English and it was funny. He made so many. There was this one time where he made a meme with an Oreo, like of an Oreo cookie as the background. And the top text was "I hate," and the bottom text was "Gare." It was just so out of nowhere. Like, why? Yeah. Why did you make this?
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I do have like my shelf in my room is just all like my Nightmare merch. So I do.
Yeah. I think the last time I was in your room was like 2019. It was like
no, you weren't.
No, I was.
You were not in my room.
2019?
No, my parents would never allow you in my room. Would never let you upstairs, let alone my room.
I've gone in a room multiple times.
Probably when we were kids. Probably.
No, I definitely... Because what were we in there for the Xbox or something?
Yeah, that was when we were kids.
No. Cause didn't you play... Wait, shit. What? You played... What's that GTA clone?
Saints Row? Yeah, this was probably 2013.
Oh, yeah.
This was not a couple
I swear to God, I was in your room in 2019.
No, you were not.
What the fuck?
My parents would not allow you in my room.
But they weren't home at that time.
They would not allow you in my room. Let alone... My room's a mess right now, so I wouldn't allow anyone to see it. Yeah, I
swear, because Isaiah was there, and then I went in your bathroom to pee, and then we went in your room.
There is an upstairs bathroom, but we didn't go in my room. What color's my wallpaper then, Matt?
It's a fucking like shade of blue, like a turquoise.
There's another color too. What color is it?
Brown or black?
No.
Well, then maybe you painted it in 2020.
I didn't. I had my room painted like 10 years ago. I have so much stuff hung up that I don't want to repaint it, so it's like
I remember the turquoise, but like
it's not turquoise, it's a deep blue.
Shut the fuck
and
up.
A bright green.
Kill yourself. I mean it. Kill yourself.
I wish I don't like the colors, but like I said, I have so much stuff hung up that I don't want to take everything down and then like to repaint it. But
I like the color of your room. It's a nice vibed color.
Yeah, I also keep more of my stuff in my closet. That's my more nicer stuff. Yeah, so
I'm gonna have a mental breakdown because I swear to God I went in your room.
I haven't had my Xbox upstairs since I was like a teenager.
Yeah, I see. Because I remember.
Yeah.
In your living room is.
Yeah, I know. The kid we went to high school with, I remember him. He would be in my room too.
Lily's sister.
Lily's brother, you mean?
I mean, yeah, brother. We said his name before on the channel, though. You can say it now.
I don't.
Say it. Or else I end the podcast.
Kyle?
Yeah, there you go. Alright, it goes on. Good job. Alright.
Yeah. He used to chill in my room.
Yeah.
It was so awkward too because like my TV was so small.
Yeah.
And I would literally have to stand up and play video games.
Buh.
Yeah. Like glued to my TV.
Oh my God, yeah. I think for the Saints Row thing, like I literally sat at like the worst angle the entire time, and I had to tilt my head, move it to the left. Like, wow, this is amazing.
Yeah, I don't remember why you would be in my. I'm trying to remember.
I don't remember either.
I brought it to your house
because I thought we were trying to find Saints Row, and that's why I thought
I brought it to your house at one point to play it because you had an Xbox at one point.
Really?
I brought it.
What the fuck, dude? The Mandela effect is real. There's no way that didn't happen. I swear to God.
You had an Xbox 360.
I did. It's upstairs.
Oh, I thought you junked it.
No, my sister took it for a while, and then
I still have mine. I just don't use it.
Actually, it did get the wedding of death, but my sister and I think her boyfriend, I forgot when.
Was he a repair guy?
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Yeah, it was 2014 when he. No, it was recent. The fuck?
Shit, really?
Yeah, it was actually kind of recent. I forgot.
Damn.
Actually.
I watch repair videos on YouTube, so when I see someone fix like a red ring of death, I'm like, holy shit.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it happened recently. Right? Oh my god. Dude, my timeline is whooped. The Gear low is fucked. I don't know what's real, what's not. Fuck, I'm having a mental breakdown.
Damn.
But yeah, no, we should do Saints Row at some point on the channel. I feel like it'd be fun.
Okay, well,
you still have it for Xbox 360. Right?
Oh yeah, do I still have the game? Yes, I do.
And I still have the Xbox 360. So the next time you come over, I'll bring the Xbox 360 down here.
Let's play
Saints Row, and then you bring Saints Row, and we can play it.
I'm fucking trash at Saints Row because I just use
I
just use the cheat codes. I just use the cheat codes to make sure I'm immortal, so I don't die, and I just get infinite ammo, and I do.
You gotta do it from scratch.
Oh my god, it's gonna be so bad because I never did before.
Well,
that's why when I have it on my PlayStation 2, and it's just like I have 0 trophies because as soon as I play a new save file, I just immediately just put in the cheats. But like it's like if you use cheats, it'll disable trophy earnings. Are you sure you want to continue? I'm like, yep. But like it's just I don't know.
This will be the Daredevil one for you.
It's actually you know what's even crazier? You know how I found out that game?
What?
I found out about that game in middle school. You know how I found out in middle school?
What?
Because I had my cousin tutor me. Because I was struggling in like class. So I would go over his house and he would tutor me and help me with my homework. And then we were done. I'd play his Xbox. Oh. And that's how I found out about Saints Row.
Yeah.
So imagine like 12-year-old me telling my mom, "Hey, can you get this rated M game for me?"
That was when it started. Because like 2012, like I think 2 years prior, we're playing SpongeBob Wii games together.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah. Cause.
What? Oh shit! You're right.
Yeah.
It was the fucking.
The SpongeBob jumping game or whatever it was.
There was a SpongeBob game, but there was also the Nickelodeon one with all the characters, with the robots.
The Battle for Bikini Bottom?
No, not Battle for... No, because it had, like, Timmy Turner and Danny Phantom.
Oh, I know of the game,
it's
what
like
you're talking
the robots.
But I don't know what game it is.
It's called.
It's a Nickelodeon game, right?
Yeah, but I know there's a SpongeBob game. I don't remember what the SpongeBob one was.
Nickelodeon.
Like, we still have our Wii, like, but my sister has it, and, she keeps it in her room, but...
What was it for the Nickelodeon game? Oh, for Wii, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
There was one with, like... it has, like, this dark cover, and there's, like, I think, like, the Nickelodeon characters on top of the case.
Is it called Nicktoons Glots of Doom?
No, but the, like, Nickelodeon characters are on top of, like, the cover. And then
Attack of the Toy Bots?
Yeah, that one. Attack of the Toy Bots.
Yeah, here's the cover.
Yep, that's what I was talking about. Yeah, the Attack of...
There's a lot of these games.
Yeah.
Unite, Volcano Island. Yeah.
I mean, I don't even remember.
There's a racing game.
I don't remember why you were in my house. I don't remember.
Well, I tried going over because I had nothing else to do, and your mother was like, always like, "Nope, you can't come in.
Yep.
You have to schedule."
I miss those days when you just. Oh yeah, because you and Kyle would ride your bikes on my house.
Yeah.
You'd roll up and being like, "Can he come outside?"
Oh my God,
I miss those days. Like, can he come outside?
Dude, us three were literally like, can Jeff come outside and play with us?
I miss those days where you could just knock on it like, is Jeff home? Can he come outside?
It worked like 10% of the time, but when it did, we had a blast playing SpongeBob or some shit. Those were like the earliest like.
This was like 2010,
early like FGC in some way.
This was like the
pre-FGC.
Yeah, prequel.
You would think it would be me, Connor, and Chris, who wasn't a part of everything, but no, it was me and you and Kyle, I guess. That was early FGC. 2010.
Yeah.
Holy fuck.
I'm just like you're.
Who would have thought
that you're having a Mandela effect, but now and you're awakening memories for me.
I mean, I realized this like a few months ago that like you were literally like one of the earliest firms of FTC, and you didn't even realize.
Yeah.
You're just like whatever, cool. I don't care.
Yeah, and then
that's cool, I guess.
Then I moved everything downstairs. Then.
No, but we played it in your living room.
Yeah. We did play games.
We did Saints Row in your room, but we did.
Yeah, that was a very long time ago. Then I moved everything downstairs.
Yeah.
Because just bigger TV.
And it was better. I don't like how we had to look up though at the TV.
Yeah, it sucked. I used to like just trying to watch TV in my room. It was just it was awful.
Yeah.
I do remember I do remember when I was a kid. Like, I don't know how old I was, but they saw me watching TV at night. Like falling asleep watching TV was a problem. Like that's how I used to watch like Drake and Josh and like those shows because they'd be on like later. That's where in the infamous like George Lopez at 3 a.m. That was mine. But so they would. Oh yeah. So they were like they said they thought it would be like a problem or something. So they had me listen to the radio instead, and it was fucking awful.
Oh my god!
And it was like an old radio too, and it was like, ugh.
Dude, one of the only memories I have of being in your room was looking in the closet, you having like a ghost face costume.
Oh
and
shit.
Your sister
Really?
coming into your room with her drink, and she was drinking soda, but she had like fucking, what are the things you have on cake? Sprinkles in her drink. And I was so disgusted.
Oh, shit. Ghost? What was that? Ghost?
Yeah, it was like a black costume. I don't know if it was Ghostface specifically, but it was like a long dress type costume.
Oh, shit. Might have been.
Yeah, because like, I remember the mask.
Yeah, I might have had.
I don't know if you got rid of any of them, but...
I will say, as an adult, I definitely bought some Ghostface masks because I'm an adult now.
Yeah.
And I'm an adult horror fan, so I can.
I thought you were gonna say you're a horror. I was like, okay, maybe, yeah. I don't know. You live your life.
Yeah. But yeah. I know a lot of. I might have had the one that has the bleeding.
Maybe
that the blood runs down.
I don't remember any blood, but I just remember the costume itself.
I do remember. I did Jason. Jason. I did Jason.
All of them look like that. It could have been any of them.
I did okay, I remember this story. The first Halloween party I went to, it was like 2011, 2012. I went as Jason. It was at you know what? I don't want to say like where it was, obviously, but it was in that small building by the school.
By the school?
High
school or middle school?
Like that everyone would go to party at.
Oh, it was...
that they were having a Halloween dance.
The small building by the high school.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's where everyone would like party and stuff. I went there alone. I don't think you probably weren't even there. So.
I never went there.
I went there.
I went there like once to pick up one of my sisters.
And like, I don't remember much of it, but I do remember that high school kids were giving me a hard time.
I think I remember that actually. You told me something about that.
Yeah. Like
so long ago.
Like they were giving me, and like
at first though,
I wanted to take because my uncle, who is like probably a more hardcore Halloween fan than I am, he would tell me like when he dresses up as Michael Myers, he would be in character and like not talk.
And
so
then
I
you
did
became in character. Yeah.
And they were giving me a hard time for that. Like, and like that's all I remember. Like there wasn't really. Oh, there was another thing too. There was they had one of those things, like scare people.
Yeah.
Like they had like a math. There was like this huge line to go to like this back room. Like this is probably before the back rooms meme. Like there was like this back room, and then there would be a guy to like jump out and scare you or chase you or something. Like a
scare room.
Yeah, I was like, fuck that. I was like, no. Like even like now, it's like if I don't want to do that kind of shit. Like
I did that once. I told it on a lounge episode one time with you and Jacob. Remember? Where like me and Connor went to one of the people's we went to high school with.
Oh yeah.
Ben's house. Yeah. And then we went in his basement, which is very wet. I fell and I felt the water.
Oh, gross.
Yeah, it was very disgusting. That episode, I yelled a lot, and I lost my voice after you guys left. It's very funny. Very cool. Very cool behind the scenes.
I mean, like, that's all I remember. It was very blotchy. Like, it just... Because it was so long ago.
Oh, dude, you know what we should do?
What?
We should do a lounge episode again, but with, like, 2010 stories.
I don't remember much. It's all, like, just kind of a blur at this point.
Honestly, yeah. But I will think of a couple and we can bench off of that.
Like, oh, shit.
Do we want to wrap this one up?
Oh, well, since, like, kind of, like, Halloween stuff, I can keep going. So it's like so I talked about it on launch, but you know, I was very fortunate to get. I did last year too, but I got Halloween off. I don't know what I'm gonna do, but I'm just gonna be in costume. I'm probably just gonna be what I did last year and just give out candy.
Yeah.
To trick or treaters.
I usually do nothing on Halloween. Honestly.
Nothing, you know.
No. Can't remember when I did anything for it on Halloween Day. I remember one day.
Actually, I do want to say this. I don't know if it's just me, but I just don't feel the festive this year. There's just something off. Like last year was hype. This year, like it's just something's off. I don't know if it's just me. It's just like I just don't really feel like the festivity
Of like Halloween or
yeah. Yeah, it doesn't.
The
I don't know if it's just I'm just depressed right now or what. Like it just. I just don't like that it just went by like so fast.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel the same like I do usually everywhere. I think this is probably like the first Halloween in a while where I'm like, okay, cool, it's Halloween, cool. Cause like
yeah, I just don't feel like the festive spirit this year. I don't like I'm trying to, but I don't feel that passion.
Yeah, contrary to popular belief with what this channel has shown, I'm not that much of a Halloween guy. As it appears, I'm more of a Christmas person.
I've had that same feeling with Christmas too. Like before, I feel like I'm gonna have that same feeling this year. But like maybe like the last year or so with Christmas, I was just so like a little just not so like
really festive,
out of it. Like
I've had a couple of years with that with Christmas, but I like the jolly times, honestly.
Yeah, I do like the Christmas aesthetic and
yeah.
I like both the Halloween and Christmas aesthetics. Like
yeah,
like it's so like I do have this other tradition too. I go every week. I've told you this every week.
Spirit Halloween.
That too, but I go to the gym. But
gym.
I go to Starbucks, which is I know it's a oxymoron.
Yeah, it is. You should stop that.
No, I don't want to.
Go fuck yourself.
But the last week. For Halloween, like the last time I go in like the month of October, I get a pumpkin spice wrap that I modify because it's called a Jack Skellington.
Oh.
So yeah, shocker. But you know it's actually really good. So
yeah,
I got that a couple days ago and I was like, oh, it's so good.
The last time
I did
it for you.
I actually did it twice because last week I went they were out of my usual, so I was like, all right, I'll just get that then because they have it.
You broke your tradition.
But
you broke your own rule.
Here.
Shame on you.
So when I went and like I when I order it because it's like pumpkin spice and chocolate and you don't really see that going together. So I feel so weird about ordering it because it might give me like that look like what the fuck are you ordering? Like,
yeah.
This is probably, but it's actually really good. But like they didn't ask me what size. Like if you're buying a drink, they should ask you what size.
Yeah.
They didn't, so I just got this little small cup and I was like, what the fuck?
Oh my god. That's so
So when I went this week, I made sure to say it was the size I get.
Yeah.
Because I was like, no, like you're not doing that. Give me this little cup.
What is this for ants? What is this for COVID?
This COVID related.
This COVID related.
I'm gonna get you into that. That's my personal running joke, but now I want it to be yours too.
What jokes do you get me to do? through the years. I think I'm usually the one that like people get jokes from and just say stupid shit from. But like I don't think I really get any like sayings from anyone else. I might say this one once or twice. Like I don't really.
Wait! I have to tell the story because you said about your parents. I played the video on your TV.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh my god, what if they hear that?
Oh yeah, the fucking Howie Mandel video. I mean, thankfully, it was the green screen video and not the one that showed the actual thing.
I know, because like even when I was like scrolling through, because I was trying to figure, they would just straight up show it. And I'm like, oh, that's fucking gross.
I don't think they saw it though, because like what we were saying wasn't what was connected.
I know.
But it would have been funny, I guess. That's embarrassing though to think about how fucking Scooby Doo just randomly appears on the TV and they're like, "What the fuck is this? What's going on?
Oh yeah.
Why is this on now? We're watching boomer shows.
Yeah.
You watch King of Hill.
I know, and you also mentioned like when we were watching Zombie Island, you were making like this joke like, well, they just committed vandalism, and I have a story about that. In my senior year of high school for health class, my health teacher, they wanted us to write they wanted us to watch a TV show, and they wanted us to report they wanted us to list all the crimes they commit. So I did Scooby Doo. I did the I did the original one from like the 60s, and I just wrote down vandalism because that's all they do is just break and entering, and it's just terror.
That's really what they do. Holy shit!
Like I remember one classmate did Peppa Pig and like the crimes Peppa committed.
Arson, theft and robbery,
murder,
solicitation. I'm just all. I love that audio clip from Infographics. I'm gonna commit a sin at some point and watch the Dama show when it's not popular anymore.
So last night, me and my family were trying to debate what movie to watch if we were gonna watch a movie. With like, having dinner, watch a movie, the medieval urge to have entertainment while you eat.
I have that as well with YouTube. And then I never watch the video when I eat. I just need the background noise.
Yeah. I know, because I just saw a meme like yesterday or so, and it said
what happened to him?
And it was like the guy having a meal on his plate, and he had like YouTube on like his laptop. It was like the medieval urge to watch entertainment while I eat.
I usually see the meme where it's like the guy on the stretcher, where it's like what happened with him, and then the other guy is just going like he didn't have YouTube when he was eating.
I saw another one. It's like you spend more time trying to find what video to watch on YouTube than you are actually eating.
Literally, I spend like 10 minutes trying to find a fucking video, and my food gets cold, and it's like, cool, alright.
Yeah.
I think my go-to usually is just Marco videos.
Yeah.
There you go.
So yeah, it's pretty. What we were talking about before we went on that tangent? Because I'm so. Fucking
Scooby Doo and vandalism.
Oh yeah.
And trying to find something to watch with your family.
Oh yeah. Okay, so, it was Netflix.
Yeah.
So I literally just said if you're gonna, because they wanted to watch this other like docu thing or whatever about some
serial killer.
My mom was like, we should watch this because everyone who likes 13 Reasons Why likes this. And I don't know if I think I said this to you in like one Nerd Vibe or whatever, like Lounge or whatever. But like 13 Reasons Why, like the first season just is so emotionally draining on me that like
you probably said that.
So I obviously did not want to say that, like I don't want to watch that because that show was that first season just so emotionally draining for me. Like it's actually kind of. Like, it's hard to watch.
I saw pretty much watch like the first season or something, and then the only scene I remember is like when one of the characters got his butt shoved up.
Oh yeah, that.
Something like that.
I think, no, that was season 2. That wasn't season 1.
Okay, season, yeah.
Yeah.
Whichever season
because I forgot his name, because like I said, I don't want to watch the show. That kid, he was like the nerdy dude. But he went to like therapy and stuff, and then that happens, and then he goes school shooter mode and he's gonna go shoot up the prom.
Oh yeah, I saw that scene as well in another video.
So yeah, that
was one of those shows like where I was in like a little phase where I was just like looking at clips of it, but I didn't actually watch.
There was just when I was depressed, I just made my depressed worse by watching the one specific episode that was the main character's tape. Because that was just so emotionally hard. Because it was like, and just with that show, it's because it's such a it's such a tough subject, and when they have her just having, you just get like attached kind of thing where it's like, and you kind of just don't, where you yourself feel like that guilt, like survivor's guilt kind of thing.
Yeah,
like not like quite literally like, but it's like. Because you still know it's a fictional character, but you still like feel like terrible.
Yeah,
that's
why
I said it's just so emotional.
As like a actual person.
Like every episode was just, it's just specifically the first season. The show went downhill after that, but the first season, like just so, like I said, that one episode with his tape just breaks me every fucking time.
Yeah.
Because he was like, the whole point of like that, the thing was like he was in love with this girl, but she ends up like ending her own life.
Yeah.
And he like has this like guilt and like he remembers like this big fight they had. Like they like it was like throughout the season they were like kind of like trying to remember, like they were kind of into each other. They were more like friends, but you could tell there was like some chemistry between them. But it was like she was always chasing after like the more popular guys or like but she was too busy being ridiculed, and maybe there was some part of him that like didn't want to be around her because like embarrassment, because she was known as like the class like whore.
Yeah,
I should say. But like I'm not remembering this well because I haven't seen, like I said, the show is so emotionally draining on me that like I can't watch it, so I'm trying to remember. But that whole thing when they finally like they have like a makeout session, and like but she has these like it also kind of shows the toxicity of her that they start making out, but she starts remembering all of, like the men who were like groping her and like touching her, and then she like pushes him off and tells him to get out, and like she just screams at him like to get the fuck out, and they're at this like party. So he leaves, but then she's like, "Well, why did you leave?"
What?
And then he's just playing these heartbreaking scenarios of him being like, him staying and like having like that like fantasy like that he was like, I shouldn't have left, like that were like that guilt. And I think like after that night they were like kind of like it was like kind of awkward. But yeah, like I said, that show's so emotionally draining, but like, and if it didn't sound similar to 13 Reasons Why, but if it was, I probably would not be interested. And I thought Dahmer was a movie, but it turns out it's a show, and I was like,
they did make a Dahmer movie, my friend Dahmer.
I did saw that. It was the dude from Austin and Alley playing Jeffrey Dahmer. I think he did a good job.
He did good. Yeah, I liked that movie.
But yeah, I don't know. I might watch it on my own.
I already watched it.
You did?
Which one are we talking about? My Friend Dahmer?
No,
or Dahmer?
The Netflix. I might watch it.
I might watch
it. I did.
Point.
Well, I did also like the Ted Bundy one they did with Zac Efron. I thought that one was really good too.
Yeah, like I want to watch so many shows. It's just I don't want to waste money right now, but I know I want to.
Cobra Kai, man.
Fuck. I think I'll. Just send me.
I will say so. There will be a couple things I will recommend for you there on Netflix. Obviously, Cobra Kai is top.
Yeah.
But the Fear Street trilogy is really good. It's a trilogy of movies. It's about like a witch cursing this whole town. But she brings but it's also a slasher because she takes control of people and makes them serial killers. So and so it's also a slasher, like, and they do pay tribute to like 80 slashers. So like the killer in part 1 is basically Ghostface. The one in part 2 is basically Jason. Like it's all like part 2 is a whole like camp, like massacre thing, like Friday the 13th and other like those kind of movies, and it's really good. I wouldn't have if it wasn't like a 3-part movie thing, like movie trilogy. I wouldn't have. Oh, and when I mean like movie trilogy, they were all released like not too far apart, so it's not like they came out like years apart or anything. Like so, but there is like there's consistency.
I see. Yeah.
So yeah, like it's really good. Obviously, Cobra Kai. Like I'm now back to season 1, but I just finished rebinging season 5, and I'm gonna just find something else to watch. Like no,
Cobra Kai, Dahmer, and any Breaking Bad related stuff. That's my top 3 things to kind of watch right now for Netflix whenever I get it.
Yeah, I like I said, like it's usually I think I might do it after watch Dahmer after Halloween, because like I said, my tradition is watching a horror movie, and by the time I finish watching my movie, it's like 3 or 4 in the morning. So I watch, I eat something before I go to bed, and while I do that, I watch Cobra Kai, and then do the chores I have to do, and then I just go to bed. So
yeah.
So it's like, so I'm gonna probably watch it like after Halloween's all done, and probably by then like the whole. I better not see anybody dress up as him for Halloween. Like I'm gonna be very pissed off.
Dahmer?
Yeah.
I've already seen tweets about that.
It's fucking awful.
It's fucked because like they're all little children as well.
Like he's not like this sympathetic fucking.
He's not a fictional character.
Yeah.
People think he is, I feel like.
Yeah. They did the same for Bundy too, but with Dahmer, there's something more weird about. Maybe because he's like gay.
No, I think it's because he ate his victims. I don't think Bundy did that.
No, I don't think Bundy did that.
I think there's much more weirdness when Dahmer eats his victims.
But I do think that they think it's like if they do think he's like not like a fictional character, that because he's like LGBT or whatever, like I'm not saying that's like the case, but I'm just saying like there's probably some toxic person.
Yeah, it's all those fucking teenage girls that throw themselves at fucking
I don't know why people are acting like this is a new thing. Like they've always been like, I have seen like, it's not just with Bundy, but with like real life serial killers in general, that like on Tumblr, like it's fucked up.
Yeah.
Like
I did this really fucked tweet that I probably shouldn't have tweeted, where it's just like, God, no wonder why they get grooms. They throw themselves at terrible guys every day.
Like
they're so oblivious.
Like I've seen like some fucking awful fan art and like shipping. So I'm like, what the fuck?
I've seen tweets from Twitter where it's just like, "You're so nice. The way he answered the woman." It's like, no, but you don't get it. He kills people.
And it also just comes to the thing with like being obsessed with like real life serial killers. It's like I don't hate people who do, but I just feel like there's just something weird when you're like I'm gonna just throw in when girls just post like my serial killer documentaries are my comfort show, and it just makes me think like, so you think like people's real life murders are comfort to you?
Yeah.
Like it's just something just doesn't feel right. It just doesn't sit right with me.
Definitely not real life. Maybe fictional as well.
Yeah, it's fine with fictional because it's all not real, but like real life is just like
those are real people.
Yeah, like you find like
are being
real
played.
People's deaths that are like lives taken were comfort to you.
Yeah, I understand.
And that's such a girl thing too. Like I remember watching one of my YouTuber as one of the other YouTube channels I watch. I don't know what video it was, but it's a very discussionist video, but they have like topics and stuff that are like for like educational, but he went on this tangent, and as a man with female friends, I do agree about this. He's like, if all you need to know about a woman is this: At one point, they'll play The Sims.
Yeah.
They love serial killer documentary. And they love serial killer documentaries. And I'm like, yeah. Like, literally all my female friends play The Sims. And and they all watch serial killer documentaries. So it is true. That's how you win them, guys.
Literally all you have to do is like be a serial killer.
Like literally all the Sims, like the majority of Sims YouTubers are like females.
Yeah.
Like
I've seen so many Sims channels. It's weird. I've seen so many Sims for Instagram accounts where it's just like fake lives from those people.
I know.
And I'm like, what the fuck is this?
I know. The mods are fucking crazy.
It's like, why am I seeing this?
It has that uncanny.
And it's like all these filters as well.
Oh yeah, I do remember. I remember I used to be an avid Roblox player in like the fucking 2010s, like 2016.
I think most people would, yeah.
But in 2016, there was this huge problem with uncanny. They called it that's where like I first heard about Uncanny Valley, and they had like that Sims-esque like fit, like you know what I'm talking about, like exaggerated like makeup, and you know what I'm talking. They really like look like they try to make them look real, like the Sims, but with like Roblox. So it's like so even like weirder,
just more detailed features. Or some shit. Yeah,
like exaggerated like shit. Like so, yeah. How long have we been going on?
An hour and 16.
That's not bad. Yeah. I thought we were going for like 2, but you know,
it felt like it. Yeah.
You know, it's kind of like you know, that was a big thing in high school, like knowing about that. And then there would be like these games that they'd go to where they would be like doing like all this dress up shit. I remember going on there trolling everyone.
Yeah, as you do.
Yeah, it was wild, but yeah.
Yeah.
At least with like the Sims, like it makes more sense because they do look human.
Mm-hmm.
Well, like Roblox, they look like Legos.
Yeah.
So it's weird.
Yeah, everyone
and it's little kids too. Yeah. So it's like, but with like Sims, it's more like, I'm not saying like kids don't play the Sims, but I feel like now like Sims is generally like young adults playing the Sims.
Yeah.
I'm one of them.
Yeah.
I haven't played in a while.
I hope to become one of them soon.
I know. Maybe we should. Maybe I should help you. Do you want it? Like, do you want it on your PlayStation? Like,
if I'm able to get it on PlayStation,
you can. I'm telling you, I played it on 2 generations of PlayStation.
I see. Well, we're gonna end this podcast here, and it's gonna be your 13th reason why.